Hi students, welcome back to this channel English Literature with Idham. In this video, I'm going to discuss a very important and beautiful topic in English literature, and that is the difference between Romanticism and the Victorianism. Remember that Romantic literature starts with the publication of lyrical ballad by Wordsworth and St. Coleridge in 1798. And it ends in 1832. Then Victorian literature starts with the Queen Victoria's accession in 1837 and ends in 1901. So these two different timelines and periods have different literary characteristics, different social backgrounds, and different social setups. In this video, I am going to make 10 essential differences between Romantic literature and Victorian literature, and I would also use some famous poetic lines to showcase the differences and the stances of the writers on the contemporary society. So if you are an aspirant of UGC NET, SET, or JRF, or any other similar university level exams, then this video is for you. So without wasting our time, let us begin. The first difference is emotions versus restraint. Remember that Romanticism is not about the love stories only. It's about human emotions, feelings, and imaginations. So Romanticism believes on human emotions and feelings as they are central to the life of humans. So for them, human emotions and feelings are central, and Wordsworth gives a definition of poetry that poetry is the spontaneous overflow of powerful feelings. Then Victorianism believes on emotions and feelings, but they must be controlled and balanced. Our emotions shouldn't be so liberal as per the Romanticism, but they should be controlled and balanced as per the Victorianism. And Alfred Lord Tennyson as says that we must have the self-reverence, self-knowledge, and self-control. So first difference is between the liberty and the restraint. The second difference is about the nature. For Romanticism, nature is a spiritual guide, and it's a doctor, a master, and a nurse. So nature is itself a divine power for romantics. As Wordsworth says that nature never did betray the heart that loved her. So nature is the ultimate power in society. Nature is ultimate power everywhere as per the romantics. For Victorians, nature viewed reflectively or symbolically. Nature is not the divine power, but it is the source of divine power. It is a symbol of divine power. As Machiavelli says that the sea of faith was once too at the full. So nature is a sea of faith. Through nature, we can reach to the divine and ultimate power as per the Victorians. But as per the Romantics, we have the divine power and the divine in itself and that is the nature. Next difference is between individual versus society. As romantics believe on the individualism, equality, and liberty. So individual and the so-called I becomes must in romantic literature. As Walt Whitman, the American poet of democracy, says that I celebrate myself and sing myself. So here the I is the center. I is central to the romantic literature. Victorian literature believes on human liberty, but it also says that there are some social responsibilities and doubts. It talks about the morality and the ethics in society. So an individual can't be always liberal. He must have some social responsibilities, and they are seeming to follow a doctrine that where there is the liberty, there is the law. And mature note says that we are here as on a darkling plane. So we have some social decorums, rules and regulations which we must follow. Next difference can be between imagination and reality. So romanticism believes on the imagination and it escapes through the imagination. As John Keats says in Ode to Grecian Urn, that heard melodies are sweet, but those unheard are sweeter. So many other writers like William Wordsworth and P.B. Shelley also accused for escapism, that they don't want to live in the society which is corrupt, which is full of classes, and which is full of problems. Whereas Victorian literature and Victorian society believes on confronting the reality and the loss. And they're not escapist, but they want to be here in this society and want to see the reality of the society. As Alfred Lord Tennyson says that it is better to have love and loss. So for him, live here and have the experience of this corrupt and bad society. But romantics want to escape this society. Then we have the freedom and the duty. As romanticism believes on the individualism and the liberty, so they desire for the freedom. And as P.B. Shelley in Ode to the West Wind says that if winter comes, can spring be far behind? So which means that if the night comes, can we see the morning? It's equal to the stance where we say that if this is a moment of pain and sadness, would we see the happiness and mirth? So this P.B. Shelley's line forces individual to see and expect the pleasant and a happy moment. And if winter comes is equal to if the night prevails, and can the spring be far behind is equal to and similar to a ray of hope and morning. But Victorian literature believes on the sense of duty and order, and Tennyson says that the old order changed, yielding place to new. Victorian literature believes that If there is sadness, there is something negative in the society, so just face it and expect something new, expect something positive. So their expression towards the contemporary society is somewhat optimistic, whereas PB Shelley's stance seems pessimistic. Then next, we have the faith in emotion versus crisis of faith. Remember that romantic literature believes on the emotional truth. It believes on the ideas, they are real. So they have some Platonic understanding and Platonic philosophy here. As Wordsworth says that our birth is but a sleep and a forgetting. So it means that there lies a reality in our imagination, which means that whatever we feel, think, and imagine is right. Whereas Victorian literature believes on the religious doubt and uncertainty. It doesn't blindly follow the imagination, the feelings. They have some rational understanding, some rational truth. Matthew Arnold says that the world which seems to lie before us like a land of dreams. So he says that whatever we think a dream and imagine, that is temporary, that is uncertain. The next difference is rebellious versus moral instruction. Romantics sound the revolutionary in spirit. They want to destroy the old orders, deconstruct the society, and bring the complete changes in contemporary society. As P.B. Shelley in Ode to the West Wind shows the revolutionary spirit, where he says that rise like lions after slumber. So Shelley has a revolutionary spirit and he wants to change the social conditions instantly. Whereas the Victorian literature believes on the moral seriousness and guidance. And they say that there is some human moral responsibility and human duty in society. So we should be serious and we should guide to society towards the right path. So they're not destroying, but just changing the social conditions little bit. Then next we have the childhood. Childhood in romantic literature is a source of divinity. It is pure and clean. And Wordsworth says that heaven lies about us in our infancy. Somewhere else, Wordsworth says that child is the father of man. So, romantic literature plays emphasis on the childhood and shows it as the supreme pure and divine. Whereas childhood in Victorian literature is an experience which is shaped by society and culture. And child is childhood in Victorian society is corrupt, is misguided. As Robert Browning says, the child's sob in the silence curses deeper. And Charles Dickens in Oliver Twist shows the bad situation and the corrupt nature of childhood. Then next we have the tone. Romantic literature is hopeful, optimistic, and idealistic in tone. And they believe that there is a truth inside our imagination. Keats says that a thing of beauty is a joy forever. So they believe on the aesthetic player. Whereas romantic literature believes that there is a sense of melancholy and sadness in society. And Matthew Arnold says that our love, let us be true to one and other. So this shows that the society is corrupt, the society is bad, and it is disloyal and unethical. So Matthew Arnold says to his beloved that since society is not true to one another, let us be true to one and other. The next and last difference is ideal human figure in romantic and Victorian literature. Remember that the romantic literature believes the human, and for them, ideal human is someone who is free, liberal, and creative individual. Lord Byron says that I love not man the less, but nature more. Whereas the Victorian literature believes that human is not liberal and completely independent. There is some moral responsibility and there are some constraints and limitations. So we can't think freely and we can't imagine freely. And Tennyson says that to strive, to seek, to find, and not to yield. So, which means that keep trying, keep thinking. Here, I end my video and I would very soon come with a new topic. And I hope that this video was quite helpful in your preparation.